We're having a baby. I'm taking responsibility, and we're getting married.
I've always had feelings for Shunji. From now on, let's get along as siblings-in-law, okay?
It's a message from Mom. What could it be?
From your mom?
I'm home. Oh, Keiichi, there you are.
Hey!
Mana, why are you with Shunji? And what's up with your belly? We're having a baby. I'm taking responsibility, and we're getting married. Seriously? Mana, I thought we were in a relationship. And weren't you supposed to be on a year-long overseas assignment? Why are you back in Japan?
It was originally supposed to be a long-term assignment, but it was shortened to just 2 months. I didn't get in touch because I needed some space from you. It's been over 6 months with only the occasional texts. I thought we naturally drifted apart.
With the time difference, I didn't want to bother you or be a burden.
I see. But still, I've always had feelings for Shunji. From now on, let's get along as siblings-in-law, okay?
What's all the commotion? Dad, Mom, actually... Wait, Mana was your girlfriend?
That's too bad, but they're having a baby.
That's right. For the sake of the baby, it'd be best if you step aside, don't you think? What? Dad, Mom, are you both serious? Well, I know it's not exactly reasonable, but...
What's done is done. You can't change the fact they're having a baby.
Look, they both feel this way, so...
Come on, Keiichi, please. So that's how you all think, huh? Fine, I get it. I hope you two will be happy together. But in exchange, I'm cutting all ties with you all. Please don't drag me into your lives anymore.
Well, I guess that's understandable.
You know, Mana must be really anxious, but it seems like her family isn't going to be much help. So we were considering moving into this house. It's tough to see you leave, Keiichi, but if it helps everyone out, maybe it's for the best. A grandchild. I can't wait. It seems these folks have a totally different way of thinking than I do. I said everything I needed to say, but I'm not sure what my next move should be.
Keiichi, what a coincidence.
Wait, you don't look well. What happened?
Huh? Nagisa. She is Nagisa Hiyama. I'm a novelist contracted with a publishing company, and she's my editor, the one in charge of my work. I know it's not the kind of thing I should be talking to my editor about, but would you mind listening?
Of course. Supporting my authors is part of my job. That's so unfair.
Seeing my parents act that way made me think I might be the one in the wrong. But...
That's not true. Everyone's just taking advantage of your kindness, Keiichi. But now you've been able to distance yourself from people who don't value you. Let's look at this as a positive step forward.
A positive step forward, huh? I've been so down, I never even thought about it that way.
First things first, let's secure a place for you to stay. There's a hotel I often book for authors. It's reliable. Let me check if they have any vacancies. It's booked. I'll show you the place. Plus, I've got the day off tomorrow, so let's go look for apartments together.
I appreciate it. Man, Nagisa is so sweet. A few years later. It's from my mom. What could it be?
From your mom?
Hello? You were saying something terrible happened. What's going on?
I wonder what's going on.
I really don't know. Sorry, how about we head to my parents' house after the meeting?
Sure.
I'm home. What's up with everything all of a sudden?
You're late. What were you doing?
We're in trouble. And why didn't you come right away? I have my own schedule, you know.
Well, whatever. That's not the point right now. Keiichi, starting now, could you send us 3,000 every month?
What? What are you talking about?
You know, the situation is that the company your father and Shunji work for hasn't been in great shape recently. They've reduced salaries and it's causing some tough times for us. We've raised you all these years, and after all, Shunji's child is your niece.
Can't you help the family out?
Please stop taking advantage of Keiichi's kindness. You've all done whatever you wanted, completely disregarding how much it's hurt Keiichi. Please don't make him suffer anymore.
Nagisa,
That wasn't our intention.
He's right. Besides, this is none of your business.
It is. Actually, I'm Keiichi's wife.
Keiichi's wife?
Wait, you're married?
yeah, I know we've cut ties, but I thought I should at least inform you, so I called. Mana said you and Dad weren't home, so I asked her to pass along the message.
You did call me, but was what you said really true?
I figured you were just rambling out of frustration because you couldn't beat me.
You still see Keiichi like that, huh? He is such an incredible person.
But Keiichi has always been the kind of guy who stayed at home, buried in books.
Shunji always had better grades, and even after graduating high school, Keiichi didn't bother looking for a job.
That's because it was already decided that he would debut as a novelist after graduating high school.
What?
Wow, you really didn't pay attention when I said that, huh? I had a hunch that was the situation.
Keiichi won the grand prize in a novel contest while he was still in high school.
After graduating, he signed a contract with a publishing company.
Without any support from his family, he has been working hard all on his own.
That can't be true.
Are we talking about the same Keiichi?
I was hoping to create something that could touch hearts while being with someone as fantastic as him.
So that's how it was.
It's not just me. There are plenty of people like that at our publishing company. You guys might not realize it, but Keiichi's effort is totally recognized by me and the rest of the world.
Even so, he can't be that successful, right?
That's not true. Keiichi is famous enough to have his works adapted into multiple media formats. Surely you've at least heard of Tokimeki Kingdom Tales, right?
Tokimeki Kingdom Tales?
Dad, could it be?
Yeah, I've been working hard to reach out to the rights holders to nail down a deal for making those figurines.
I knew it. We've hit the jackpot, Dad.
Absolutely. Man, what a great son we've got. Keiichi, please let our company handle the figurine production for Tokimeki Kingdom Tales.
That's impossible.
What?
Why not? Tokimeki Kingdom Tales is a multimedia project, and the rights to this work aren't solely mine. So, if you want to discuss something like that, you'll need to talk to the representative from the publishing company that owns the rights. In this case, Nagisa.
I get it. If that's the case, we don't have any other option. Nagisa, please sign a contract with our company to produce the figurines. Do it to help the family. I'm begging you.
Seriously? After all the stuff you've done to Keiichi, your own family, you want me to do that? Well, that's my opinion, but I'll try to ignore my personal feelings for now. What would be the benefit of signing a contract with your company?
The benefit of signing with our company?
Well,
Your company does produce very high-quality, intricate figurines. However, I've recently heard rumors that your sales manager and accounting staff has been colluding in misconduct.
How do you know that?
It's a tightly connected industry, so news like that inevitably reaches us. Our publishing house deals with many laws related to the works we handle. If we were to violate them, the damages could be immense. That's why we cannot afford to work with a company that employs such individuals. It poses far too high a corporate risk.
wait. We didn't mean to do anything wrong. We just didn't know.
That's right. It was just a careless oversight in processing. Later, we were told that there were issues with it. It was more like a communication error or misunderstanding. We never, not even for a second, intended to do anything bad.
Even if your intentions weren't malicious, there are some issues that ignorance can't excuse. As a company, we cannot take on such risks. For that reason, we cannot do business with a company that employs you both.
No way.
Come on, Keiichi, please. Help us out, man. I'm really thankful to Nagisa for being there for me during my tough times. The reason I can write novels like I do now is entirely thanks to Nagisa and the publishing company she works for For Nagisa, who supported me, watched over me, and helped me get back on my feet, I'm not going to let you all boss me around anymore.
Keiichi,
Wait, then what about the $3,000 a month?
Of course I'm not sending it. Mom, if you're struggling so much, why don't you or Mana get a job?
how can you say that?
Whatever. We're leaving. Let's go, Nagisa.
Okay.
What are we supposed to do? I can't possibly work at my age.
What should we do?
I guess I only have one option.
A few weeks later...
You made it through the deadline. Great work. Want something to drink?
Thanks. I'd like a coffee. My work is done, and today's your day off too, Nagisa. Maybe we can go out together for a change. Who could that be?
I'll go check.
Wait, Dad? Shunji? What's going on here all of a sudden? Keiichi, please help us!
Dealing with the demolition and pay cuts is already a struggle. And now we might be facing transfers to dead-end roles.
Oh dear. So your pay cuts weren't because of the company's poor performance, but because you were demoted and penalized.
It's true. We made a mistake we shouldn't have, and we understand the punishment is deserved. But we really need your help.
Come on, Dad. You were supposed to keep that a secret. Why did you just blurt it out? Supposed to keep that a secret? How can I help if I don't even know what's going on? If you're asking for help, you need to explain the situation properly. Well, you're right, but... I guess I don't have a choice. It's embarrassing to admit, but here's the truth. You see, Mana's parents have really strict ethics. They were really against this marriage from the start. But when Mana got pregnant, they reluctantly gave their approval. Yeah, that sounds like them. Once it was clear that you guys were getting married, they even called me to make a proper apology. Seriously? From our side, Mana hardly reached out to them at all. Apparently, once she realized she couldn't trust the money you'd send her way, she tried to connect with her parents. But since they weren't answering her calls, she decided to ambush them and told them everything in hopes of borrowing money. It made them furious, and it seems they decided to cut ties with her entirely.
Wow, that's rough. That's not all. We heard Mana's parents worked for a major company. But it turns out that company is the same one Shunji and I work for.
What?
When Mana went to see her parents, they got furious and called to declare they were cutting ties with her. During that conversation, they somehow found out about the misconduct that got us demoted and docked in pay, and the fact that we're now facing a potential transfer to the middle of nowhere.
And because of that, life at home has become unbearable. It's been one thing after another.
To make matters worse, Mana's parents also learned from that call that the reason we couldn't secure the Tokimeki Kingdom figurine contract was because of us. Turns out, Mana's parents are the senior executive and division manager at our company, and they believed securing this figurine contract was critical to the company's future growth. But now, they're blaming us for everything. If things keep going like this, we might really end up getting transferred.
And as if that wasn't enough, they even said this. We've had it with our daughter, but the grandchild is innocent in all this. If Mana is so desperate that she's asking her relatives for financial help, we'll take responsibility and raise the child ourselves. If we get sent to some remote location, I'll lose any chance to even see my daughter again. So please, I'm begging you. I know we've done terrible things to you and I'm sorry, but help us out. Sorry, but there's nothing I can do to help.
What?
Are you really not gonna help us? Sorry, but I have a family of my own to protect now. But it's not too late. Why don't you all work together as a family to get through this? By sharing our tough times, we can make them a bit more manageable. And when we celebrate the good times together, it just amplifies the joy.
Keiichi here has gone through so much pain, unacknowledged by his family. Yet he still persevered and became a famous author. Why don't you take a page from his book and start putting some effort to fix things on your own?
But even if you say so,
We just can't do it. I couldn't do it alone either. But because Nagisa was always there for me, I managed to keep going without giving up. Now I can honestly say I'm glad you and Mana ended up getting married back then.
Keiichi,
We're making it work as a family of two, so you all should give it your best shot too.
No way.
What are we supposed to do now? Sorry for causing trouble, Nagisa.
relax. It was totally no big deal. If anything, I feel lucky since it brought me closer to you, Keiichi.
Nagisa, you're as optimistic as ever.
And you, Keiichi. You're still as kind as ever. But you've also grown stronger. That's one of the things I love about you.
Ugh, your pay got cut again? How are we supposed to manage with this little?
If you're going to complain that much, then why don't you get a job?
I'm too old for that. If anyone should work, it's Mana. Her parents took in the baby, so she's in a better position to work now, isn't she?
Masami, how can you say something like that? I thought marrying Shunji would make me happy, but look where it's gotten me.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's my fault?
The draft you showed me was amazing as always. I was really moved by what the protagonist said to the heroine. I felt my heart race when I read it.
That line was meant for you, Nagisa. There will be challenges ahead, but I want to share every single one of them with you.
Keiichi, I feel the same way.